Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 multiplayer, playing as the Allies, together with Nems, Bundeswehr Bob, Roach, Midgeman, Ben Magnus, and the Prussian Prince.
Hello.
Hello.
Heyo.
So,
I
what's
think some of my
exactly gonna
convoys just got scared.
What?
There was a battle with one of my convoys, and they won, but there was nobody on the opposing side, and they all like got away, and it was a victory. So I think like the convoy captain was just like, oh, okay, we're fine.
Oh my.
Fine. You guys all saw the submarine, right?
Why?
We just ran it. We threw a bunch of junk over the side, and we hit the sub. It was a win.
Okay, so man, these Canadian divisions there's nobody left. Less than 1,000 men in each division right now. Contains well 1,353 troops, so about 1,000. About 1,000. Everybody, just wait until those British Raj troops break through in Anatolia. Then you'll see the good stuff.
I
About a
tense
few.
the front
Oh,
line
you know-
because it's all just lines.
Now what's going on in Anatolia is the Allies are fighting the Axis over Yugoslavian territory.
Yeah, that's
You're about to
there's-
get encircled right there, Nems, with all those troops.
Yeah,
That
I know.
pocket.
I had that resolved, and then all my troops left again. I really fucking hate the AI in this game.
Hey, it's almost like it's not a finished game.
Welcome to the club.
It takes forever to walk people from Korea to Iraq.
Career.
No, really?
Hold girdle.
I like how it's like the last vestiges of the Axis. Like these Spanish remnants are just fighting in Turkey against what's.
But turn on the battle planner view and just look at all the plans they have.
Oh my god! Just look at like the Dutch area, the stacking of lines there.
Working
In
as
Anatolia.
intended, guys. Working as intended.
What the fuck is going on with the Dutch area?
Yeah.
There is quite literally like
Flawless game, guys. Flawless
I-
game. Working as
I
intended.
think there's 6 different army stacks there, or different plans.
I count 5, but yeah. And then there's still the clusterfuck of plans in the Balkans.
I don't even want to talk about the Balkans. Don't talk to me about the Balkans.
So all we need is the Belgians to mobilize their population, and we're fine.
Yeah, well, first I have to rebuild the factories in the area. Because when I said like everything was blown up, like everything is blown up in these areas.
Why did you guys walk to southern China from Korea before you got a boat when you were stood at a port?
Did you guys just make a Yugoslavian pocket? Nope, never mind.
We? No.
For a second you had one, but then they broke it open. I was really impressed for a second there. It was good.
So, Robin, what are you doing right now?
Trying to keep the area open.
Oh, you actually have troops fighting?
I
Yeah.
have 40 divisions.
Where?
Right there at the Balkans!
Oh, no, I see him now.
All those ones you think are Italian, is Mexico.
Yeah.
It's been
Actually,
there for the whole war.
I need to readjust my monitor settings because on my monitor the green looked a little bluish, so I thought like, those are just French units.
Oh, the French units are still in France. And Turkey now.
No, there's a lot of French units in the Balkans.
Yeah, they're
I like how there's Belgian troops under French control guarding French port on the Atlantic, even though Yugoslavia doesn't own a boat.
Or like the
Yeah.
I like that this naval battle in like the Adriatic is being led by the admiral from British Malaya.
Yep. Turkey.
Well, he
Who's
didn't
first
lead
name
that
is Joe?
valiant landing there. Like,
Jerk de Vesa.
The Jerk versus Bozadar.
That's like Star Trek names.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta write that down for tomorrow.
To Jerk.
Are we playing tomorrow?
It's Monday, isn't it? Tomorrow? Like, today's Sunday.
I didn't know we were playing Star Trek. I thought we were doing more D&D.
No,
I thought
because
we were doing Star
have
Trek.
NG.
Because NG's doing his,
Wedding.
getting married thing.
Getting married.
Having a life, you know. So that way we'll do Star Trek tomorrow, and we won't have to worry about him missing a session.
Yeah. And then depending on how long the module takes, we'll play by ear.
Does anybody have like an idea of if they want to be the captain or not?
I mean, I'll give it another go, but
I honestly think it's most entertaining if the person who doesn't know what they're doing is the captain. Does anybody else feel that way?
Yeah, I feel okay with that.
Because I still want to be the COD officer. That's kind of my leisure domain.
Captain's Law. Stone. 2274.
Captain's Law, Stardate, third Tuesday.
I don't understand
let
how
my
Star
hands
Dates
down.
work.
Stardates have no actual metric. Like, fans try and make them make sense.
I think they just
But
pick
I'm-
random numbers.
They do. They just pick random numbers. And they had, like, I mean, towards a certain set, like, they favored certain types of numbers during the original series over the Next Generation era. And so, like, apparently, like, there's like Wikipedia pages and pages of like justifications of what these mean. But
Nice work,
they
Dubs.
don't mean it.
I don't mean jack shit.
For all those like me who don't care about Star Trek, the war still goes well.
You should care. You should care.
You're British.
Yeah,
Patrick
I
Stewart is a
I
very
figured the best
well-known
way to
captain.
handle it was to delete every AI order that I had.
Well, welcome to an average playthrough of Hoi 4, where you're like, the AI can handle it. And then 2 hours later when you're like, fuck the AI! Just kidding.
March to Trebizond.
Where is
Fine.
Slap Quebec in here?
Does not need 9 divisions over there. Right, you lot. We do not need 9 divisions to take out. What is. Tajikistan?
Oh.
What are you jerking? Whoa, hey.
Wow.
Oh, I can't do this.
Man.
Look, you go to there, you go to there. You guys, you're
cannot
marching
have
to
this
there.
and National Steel.
So I'm assuming towards the end of this war, what's going to happen is you're just going to
Oh
balkanize
my god. No.
Eurasia.
Too stupid. Fucking
Just,
cow.
just
AI,
release
you suck so hard.
hundreds of new nations.
I'm anticipating a number of new states to appear.
I just went. I am capped at how much I can at the manpower I have right now because the AI went in the opposite direction of getting more manpower, and there's no going back now.
There's no going back.
It
Fail-safe.
was take a couple free civilian factories or have men, and it went civilian factories.
Oh, it went. What is it? The Iron Company?
It's National Steel Car versus sending
Yeah.
the zombies.
Yeah, I went National Steel Car because I couldn't send in the zombies. Literally, if you click like some certain things in Canada, you don't have control of your nation.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking around and I don't think there's nothing I can get that I see that will give me any more manpower, and it won't, and I can't. Yeah, I can't go any
Independence
higher.
is the only way through that.
And I've already committed to strengthen the Commonwealth. So
Yeah, same.
encryption methods, supply the Empire, aluminum company. So I can get more resources and whatnot, but there's no way for me to get more manpower at this point.
No, you guys go to Baku. Take Baku. Then you're gonna head up to Stalingrad.
Well, that's a little sad.
What?
Well, I can say that those 59,000 men were the last Canadians that will serve in the military.
Ever.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way to cancel it or go back on focuses or anything like that. So there's no, and I need that focus. I would need to change focus trees. To,
Well, let's face it, Canada hasn't fought since World War II anyway.
Did the pocket collapse or was it saved?
Oh, it collapsed. Like they actually, I mean, British did a pretty good encirclement there, or counter encirclement, double envelopment. I don't know.
Oh, okay. So the envelopers got enveloped and then they just started pulling back out of the pocket.
Yeah.
Except for the pulling back part.
Yeah. They didn't.
That army's in British Malaya. Where are you guys? You're in the Philippines. Lovely.
Is there there's any other way to get more manpower or no? There's
No.
literally nothing.
No.
Let's see.
Welcome to Canada. You can't do shit.
Jesus Christ. This is supposed to be the focus of the goddamn DLC too.
Well, you can do things, but it's you need very specific sets of circumstances to go through for you to be able to do things. And that's why I kind of ended my Let's Play. It just ended up like, well, the only way for me to do anything now is if I side with the Axis, which I specifically said I wasn't going to do. And siding with the Axis will lead to my downfall. I full well know and did it, but it needs me to... I need to do it to have like a way out of the series. So I went, right, join the Axis. Declare war on America, go up!
Yeah.
We got to Boston before they invaded through Alaska.
Before that stopped.
To be fair, we were going blow to blow, but they got a lot of like British troops. And then something weird happened where Mexico flipped and I could continue my ideas, so I left the Axis and joined with Mexico, and then that war started at the same time while I was also in World War II. So I was fighting America in 2 different wars. It's great. Fantastic.
How are the Poles doing?
You can take a look for yourself, can't you, being Canada?
That was a very strained noise.
They're alive. They're being given the runaround by 2 Japanese divisions.
They continue to exist, yes.
You're gonna get surrounded again through Brno there, Nems.
Yep.
Subject exporting to Overlord, autonomy effect from master buildings, subject lend lease to Overlord, subject when leasing to subject. There's not anything
Yeah, I
to
can't
do.
micro fast
Those are
enough for this.
8 dead Brits there. Finally, killing some Brits.
Do you know what I could do with that would make this probably a lot faster? Some sort of mechanized
More
division.
Twiglets.
Horses are a good idea. Just
Horses and anything
Cavalry.
that's not foot. But I can't do anything of that. Bob
Wait,
sent me a load of tanks. I've just got no men to put them in.
so you just had like 10 divisions of foot infantry march through Iran.
That's exactly what happened.
Oh,
15 divisions actually, but
Oh
yeah.
wow. It took me a long time even with motorized.
I don't have motorized.
What
Yeah,
are those?
The Turkish military was actually pretty advanced, very modernized before it ceased to exist.
Hey, if it was so modern, how did it get crushed so thoroughly by the Yugoslavs?
Because Prussian Prince is really good at microwave things. But I had 10 divisions of tanks at one point.
Wait, what kind of tanks? Because
They weren't the best tanks. They were light tanks too, I think.
Well, you know why he's probably doing so good? He captured those 2 really, really good FTs that I built.
Oh yes, those Renaults.
Yeah.
He captured them. I'm sure they were in a museum in Warsaw. We never used them in combat.
Does it belong in a museum? I actually binge watched last night all of the old Indiana Jones movies.
You mean all the real Indiana Jones movies?
Yes. I have to say, don't like Temple of Doom as much as I thought I I did.
Well, Temple of Doom is easily the weakest, but it's still better than Kingdom of the fucking Crystal Skull.
It's the kid. It's the kid and the girl. Like if they didn't exist,
Mr. Jones, Mr. Jones.
Indy! Oh, Jesus fucking
You
Christ.
cheat!
For like a split second, I thought there was someone else that was suddenly in the Discord. I was like, what the? What? What's going on?
I've been working on my voices for D&D.
You've been working at that specific voice.
Yeah.
No, I was watching it, and like me and my girlfriend were like just going through them, and I was just like, that is the voice of my nightmares. that lady during the scene where she's just screaming for 2 minutes straight at like an owl, like a spotted owl in the middle of the fucking the Indian jungle, randomly, like.
Right. The only thing that came out of that movie is Kalima Shakti.
Actually, I think the best bit is towards the end when he's on the rope bridge. Prepare to meet Kali in hell. The way he says.
You mean
the way he says-
before it was cliched?
Yeah, before it was cliche. It's still good even if it's cliche. It's damn good
Oh, yeah.
cliche.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but that's probably my favorite bit. Just because if you watch it again, like he's putting so much effort into enunciating it, like it's ridiculous, but it's great. But apparently, I was looking it up because I wanted to make sure I was watching them in order. Temple of Doom is a prequel. It happens chronologically before the Lost Ark.
True story.
I did not know that. Though that makes more sense because I just thought Indy like dumped the
Well,
first.
if you
lady.
want the Indiana Jones movies to make a little more sense, watching the deleted scenes helps.
Yeah, no, I noticed that too. Like in the streamed version, they cut a shitload of things out of Temple of Doom. Like there was you could definitely tell where they cut things. Like when Short Round goes to save Indy when he's mind controlled, he's the scene starts with him looking at Indy from behind, like hidden. But then the next cut, there's a man on the ground in front of Indy and Short Round's in front of Indy. So there was obviously like a scene where he hit him or something like that, and like that entire sequence just like a cut, chop, 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 like where there's bits and people aren't in the right places. But I care about that. I don't know if anyone else cares about that.
Well, as in discrepancies
Continuity
in films.
errors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I literally do classes on that. So
Oh, well, I do it for fun, so I guess.
it's part
Yes,
of
I'm
my
weird.
degree. I have to learn how to not create continuity errors when I act. So
I have to learn not to do that.
yeah, exactly. I literally study that. Study how not to create continuity errors.
Well, I hope you do so, 'cause they're annoying. Temple of Doom's the worst, because that's the one I noticed last night was the worst. Like, for like 10 minutes, I was pointing it out there, and I'm pretty sure my girlfriend hated me at that point. I get annoying.
Well, one of my favorite continuity errors is in Jurassic Park, and it's when the Velociraptor opens the door. On the shot where you see the door swing open, you can see the Velociraptor through the door. You can see two pairs of hands holding up the side of the Velociraptor because they were so unweighted that it kept falling over. So there's a pair of hands just holding it up.
Isn't there also a?
And there goes the immersion.
Yeah. I actually love those like little bits and pieces of the crew still in there. Like if I remember right, there's a in Braveheart there's a scene during one of the battles where some of the extras have like wristwatches. Like very noticeably they have wristwatches still on, which is pretty good. There's a couple of them. I don't remember. There was also one like a historical one where somebody that's in like modern day clothes is sitting in the crowd.
Yeah, Gladiator.
And-
in the
Oh, yeah!
it's in the arena in Tunisia, in the Africa one.
Yeah, there's
And
another one too.
No,
where
but there's a guy on the left. He's in jeans and a t-shirt, with a water bottle, just watching the "Are You Not Entertained" scene.
That's goddamn amazing. I need to rewatch that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
it turns
if you
out
pay
that
attention, there's a
first-
shitload, even in really
yeah.
good movies. Like
Um,
it
the actual guy that did that, it was later revealed it was the second assistant director as well. He's not going to be working with Ridley Scott
Whoops.
anymore.
Not gonna take that out now.
No, it's in there. It's in the
Yeah.
full film.
I love also spotting the boom mic, because that's it's a fun game. It's a fun drinking game too. Like if you have a party, a lot of film buffs, and you just watch like not really bad movies, but like mediocre movies, because that's the level where they don't care, and they only have like 2 shots of that scene anyway, and so hey, there's a boom mic in it, fuck it, leave it in. Or
That's why I like watching the really old Twilight Zones, because they never did reshoots.
oh, yeah.
So if something fucked up, they're just like, "Oh, whatever. Like everyone, there's
we
a
got
couple.
6 hours. It's got to be on air. So
There's a lot
let's
of
get
times
moving.
where they're shooting someone who's looking into a mirror, but they have the angle slightly off, so you can see like the crew in the mirror. I like that.
Oh wow! Some of my
There
men
are-
from
there
Japan are almost here. They're
Half of Robin's military is about to die.
they're in the Suez Canal. Really? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's 21
There's a very big
Mexican-
encirclement.
Oh,
21
shit,
Mexican
yeah.
divisions are about to capitulate. Oh, and then 2 other ones, so 23.
That's
Robin, you haven't said anything in like an hour.
I'm here.
You are
Is
a
the
bit
movie
more
talk
angry.
just not? Is the movie talk boring?
Well, no one
Nah.
else is saying anything. I gotta keep the commentary going.
Micromanaging so hard I can't talk.
It's fine. Me and Belgium will take away by talking about films.
Talking about obvious film continuity errors.
There's
And
also
boom mic shots.
there's one in The Walking Dead in like the first season where
Well,
the
yeah,
big-
but they always have those because like it's easier to mask those. They're not
Yeah.
as because they could just say, "Oh, it's a fresh zombie," and they or it's yeah, you don't have to
no,
worry.
the problem with the Walking Dead one in the season 1 is the guy's drinking water at
Yeah,
the back
that
of a
would-
horde of zombies.
There's one in Gladiator where it's one of the chariots that they're using in the arena flips over. In one of the shots, you can see the air compressor that's attached to the.
I
back
remember
of the-
that. I remember that.
Attached to the back of
yeah,
the thing that
I-
launches it upside down.
I saw that the first time I watched Gladiator like a month ago. I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
You only saw Gladiator a month ago.
Yeah, I was never big into the sword and sandals thing. Like I was never. a big-
Gladiator fails horribly as a historical movie, but it's very good as just like entertainment.
Well, I mean,
Are
it's a
you not
good
into-
it's a good action. It's a good action movie.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I like it. It's a good action movie, and it's also a somewhat decent
It's like-
character piece.
It's,
Like,
it's
not
like the
best,
only
but-
good Ridley Scott Russell Crowe combo.
No else movie I like. I don't like Russell Crowe, but there's a lot of Russell Crowe movies that I'm into, which I know sounds counterintuitive. Like I really like Master and Commander.
Oh yeah, no, that is a good film.
I need to watch that actually. I still need to watch
It's an
that.
amazing it's amazing. They did a very good job because it's them on a real ship. There's no CGI basically.
Yeah. And the only thing
Oh,
that's
another-
is the actual story but it doesn't take from the actual Master and Commander story. They say it's a French ship that can't be penetrated when that's actually the history of it is actually that was an American ship, and they thought it was counterintuitive to have the British shooting the Americans in the film because
Because it
the
was-
British being the good guys because it was a mainly American
It
audience.
was yeah, exactly. It was a mainly American movie, so they couldn't have the Americans be the bad guys. So they didn't write it very well. They were just like, okay, it was an American ship that they gave to the French. That's the reason.
There was a what was the other one I was thinking of? Oh, in Last Crusade, if you watch the cliff scene where the tank goes over the cliff, the first shot where they have like I think it's a half scale model, with the dummy on it, that drops down there. The dummy keeps grabbing, it like stays on the turret, and the turret separates from the body of the tank very noticeably. But then when they cut back to it, like to to see the tank fall more, the turret is still very much attached to the tank's body, and the dummy is gone. So, and it's obviously a completely different scale. Like I love that about scale models, like in movies, because like they're good, and they're good when they're good, but even when they're bad, they're still good.
I removed one of my armies because the front was sort of closed by America, and they were all in transit on the water, so they've all had to find the nearest port to then get back on the ships and go again. So I've got 4 men landing in Cyprus. We got 4 divisions in Cyprus. Sorry, 6 divisions going to the Maldives. 5 divisions kind of just stuck. 1 in, I don't even know, in Aden. Never been there before. And yeah, it's kind of stupid.
I wonder if there's a noticeable decrease in the amount of continuity errors in movies post CGI, because they probably have a much easier time of covering up like those little mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on the type of work you're thinking of. If you're thinking like sci-fi and things, obviously, but in things that like don't use CGI, there's still got to be the same amount.
Maybe. Definitely a lot less than like big budget, like studio films, compared to a couple of years ago.
We're down to 8,000 men in reserve.
Talking about this makes me want to go and binge watch like somewhat bad movies.
Get all those mistakes out of them.
Well, not just that. I actually enjoy like watching like somewhat bad movies. But then again, I grew up with like Mystery Science Theater 3000, so I I like riffing on movies.
Got Americans go beat up some Axis.
Axis?
Oh, Bob's Bob's model changed from a Lee to a Sherman. That means they're good now.
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
Wasn't for a very long time the Sherman the worst tank in World of Tanks?
It was, and then it was terrible, and then it got really, really OP. And then it went back to just being okay. Well, like when they introduced the 105mm howitzer for the Sherman, you know, platoons of 3 of those just rampaging around the map could kill anything. You saw those and you're like, oh, well, we fucking lost.
I hear Stalingrad's nice this time of year.
It was.
Excuse me.
I mean, Turkey took it without even fighting for it. It was great.
Nobody fought for it.
Well, no. Turkey and Yugoslavia fought over it because I had a delaying action as long as I could down.
So, fought for it it's kind of a misnomer. You just threw up some roadblocks and...
I lost almost 3 times as many troops as you. I don't want to hear it.
I like the Bob's tanks have just rolled in down here. And
I like
the
I have argument now after claiming I did nothing in the Soviet war.
You guys now taking the train to fucking Turkey from India? Like, why did you get off the boats? You guys better be closing that pocket.
Pocket?
Or so help me God.
Oh, you got a pocket somewhere?
Yeah, it's up in... No, they're not. Okay. Oh, wow. There's one Australian unit that's joined the Polish
Nah.
in
Felt bad.
Siberia.
No, they still have men.
Yeah, Istanbul is under the control of decent, good folk. I mean, not as good as the original owners, but I mean, you know.
My
still pretty
plan was to get some experience and then make these divisions really big and effective, but then Canada doesn't have any men, so. God, I wish you could. I would gladly like take a penalty to undo a focus and go do something else.
Yeah, it should be like
Well-
a de-researchable.
Yeah, isn't that something you can do with your what is it called? Your doctrines for like your military doctrines. You should be able to do the same. Well, I guess for some focuses, I could see that being a thing.
Okay.
In all honesty, I'd be fine with focuses just not being in the game.
Well, yeah, I don't really like them either, and I just found a bug.
What?
If you go to the continuous focuses and try to use the slider to move the focuses, it moves the whole fucking screen as well because it clicks through the slider and grabs the screen behind it.
Mine doesn't do
Oh
that.
wow.
Nope, mine either.
That's strange.
Oh, I
Ben-
got it. I got
Ben
it. If
has
you go
problems with
if you
Drake
go
games.
if you go straight down, it works fine. But if you drag it off to the side a little bit and try it,
I'm
it drags
testing that
more
right
screen.
now. Not dragging the screen.
Same here.
Jesus Christ! Why do all the bugs just find me?
Like you can even go to this time code in my video and you can see that. Perfectly fine.
Increase
that
autonomy, daily
Just
autonomy
like
progress.
just like all your problems with with the XCOM.
yeah,
Cursed
no-
man.
nobody's ever seen him before. I took pictures. Army training, construction, engineering, air production. I got production. There's not a focus for breeding.
Oh wow! All right then. That's a thing. That's
Well, I'm officially out of manpower now.
We need to breed more soldiers.
Wow. I really like the name of my nuclear technology research. The Smiling Buddha. I'd love someone. I would love like Gandhi to drop a nuke called the Smiling Buddha on someone.
Wondering why my planes are not doing anything.
well, that's civilization.
Sure, exactly. Psst, I'm gonna say it again. We're out
Oh,
of
it's
time.
because we haven't gone past a day. That's why. All right. Well, who called?
Yeah.
Whose is this?
This is Robin.
Meh. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to watch the other perspectives of the other nations. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And we'll see you in the next episode. Take care.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.